children of God?
I mean, I just think we should start by saying congrats on already having a season 5 before there was even a season 4. September 2022, right?
Sure, yeah, September 9th, I think, right? Yeah, September 9th.
Yes, I think it's September 9th.
Yeah, literally announced before we even got season 4. You know, you and Martin and we had Ralph here. I think that was like right after Netflix had acquired the show from YouTube Red, rest in peace. But now looking back, I mean, I can't imagine you ever thought you'd come back, but I certainly can't imagine that you either thought that you would be 5 seasons in to this series.
I knew we'd be back. 1983 when we wrapped and I got the crane kick and he choked me out. I said, we're gonna 35 years, on a TV show, we're gonna get our revenge. So I knew it was coming back at some point, and the fact that we're 5 in, it feels like it's gone so fast. So season 4, they dropped it, season 5 comes, and then hopefully we got more. So we got more in the tank. Cobra Kai's going nowhere.
Jacob, what was that like for you? I mean, Karate Kid is iconic. Doesn't matter if you grew up in the 80s or not. It's so iconic. So what was it like to you to come into this like legendary franchise?
It was really fun. I was super nervous. I remember my first day. I was like, whoa, I'm going to be on set with Willie and Zach.
You did not say that. I didn't even know who I was. You're like, hey, are you the show?
No, I grew up watching the movies when I was 13. My dad gave me a list of movies I had to watch before I could become a man. And the Karate Kid movies were on that. My brother and I used to beat each other up and be like, I'm gonna karate kick you in the face. No, but it was really cool. It's been a blast being a part of the Karate Kid universe. And, you know, I get to have a mohawk and he makes fun of me all the time. And it's great. It's a lot of fun.
We can see that you just let your hair grow and you don't have to have the mohawk.
You push a button, it'll go right up. Do it. The hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just turned evil and I'm like, yes, Sensei, what do you want me to do? What do you need me to kill?
That's why you're my idol, because you kill easily.
So one of the great things about this series is it not only brought you guys back, it brought Ralph back, it just brought the franchise back, but over the seasons we've seen other, you know, franchise favorite characters. Elizabeth Shue came back, season 3. Spoiler, by the way, if anybody hasn't caught up. But, you know, we got to see Thomasine Griffith come back as Terry Silver from Karate Kid 3. What was that like to kind of have him back and have him in this like new role in this new season?
Well, it was really interesting because we hadn't seen each other since 1989.
Yeah.
Really, you know. And they had him come back for, you know, I liked it because I can't give away too much, but it's good that he's the villain because I really like the arc of my character, and then he's misunderstood and he's somewhat vulnerable at times, and he's got a good relationship with Tori. You see another side of this guy other than the hard ass from the movies. So now Terry takes that, I guess, has that inventory of darkness, you know, and I like it better because I can play the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. And then any thoughts or anything you can give us to some other characters maybe coming back in 5? Maybe Julie Pierce from Next Karate Kid?
I don't want to spoil anything, but is anybody like SpongeBob? That's all I'm going to say.
It's a crossover you didn't know you needed.
With a headband though, he's badass.
Yeah, I like it. He takes the tie off and makes it a headband.
This is going viral tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. I think, you know what, I think we would all watch a SpongeBob Cobra Kai crossover.
What? SpongeBob trains under Sensei Kreese? Oh my God.
The original film was so kind of inspirational as well. I myself became obsessed with karate, and I know that you guys kind of had this continued relationship with the art and the sport. What's kind of all been now your journey with it since this series?
Marty? Well, when we started Karate Kid, I was 18 years old, which is just a little younger than this fella right here. So I was trained for the movie. I didn't know any karate. I was a wrestler in high school, and then after Karate Kid, I trained for about 5 years took a break. Then Marty and I did a movie called Shoot Fighter. I got to train again with these great martial artists, and then took a long break, and then Cobra Kai came around, and so I had to, you know, stretch out the hamstrings and get the machine going again. And it's right there. It's great. You know, if your body's conditioned, you have muscle memory, all that comes back. Just got to stay conditioned. We go really hard. And then this guy comes in and blows us all away. You know, he couldn't even walk when the show started. Now he's flipping around.
I learned everything from my Sensei Code.
Well, the interesting thing is that he and most of the younger kids, they don't get much time to, you know, they don't get much time to practice and rehearse. And as you saw at the end of season 4, they're just brilliant when it comes down to those tournament scenes. Billy and I, when we did the intro and a couple other fights through the window and all of season 3, we had some time to practice, but you never get any time. You get, tell them.
You guys take up all the time.
No, but the bottom line is they get a day here or a day there to practice and rehearse, and yet it always is such a formidable fight when it's filmed. So I'm always really impressed because, you know, we love to stunt people, and they just don't get a lot of time with these kids, and yet you pull it off. So hats are off to you.
Did you have, like, what was your karate background coming into the show?
I did like a year or two of like karate in a strip mall across from like a Vons.
So pretty much.
Pretty legit, yeah, really legit. It didn't help at all. I remember a block maybe. Yeah, I didn't really have a lot of experience going into it, and yeah, just kind of got thrown into it. And they're just having to stretch nonstop. It's like the first thing I remember from the first season training a lot. But yeah, it's been fun. We get a little bit of time to train in between shots and different episodes that we do, and yeah, we train a decent amount.
Yeah, for sure. I think what's super cool about the show is that, you know, those of us that grew up with Karate Kid, and we were kids, it inspired us, but now we get to watch it with our own kids, and it seems to really have inspired a whole new generation of kids that are not only into these movies, but like into karate themselves, and it's really brought back the art form in kind of a beautiful way. What's that like, kind of being on the side of that? You've been, like, karate has been so much of your life.
Yeah, I think it's really great and healthy. I mean, you know, like a lot of the senseis I meet today that are grandmasters were teenagers when Karate Kid came out. And Marty and I have been invited to like Vegas to this big World Karate Convention, and there's, you know, Billy Blanks and the world champion fighters all out there, you know, and these guys were inspired by the movie, and now they're, you know, so now we have Cobra Kai, and the dads that grew up on the Karate Kid are bringing their kids and showing it, and you know, we got a lot of new karate kids out there. Martial arts is amazing. It's a really great, I mean, I couldn't imagine my life without the discipline of martial arts. Couldn't imagine my life without the self-control, without all that you learn through it. Confidence, all the stuff that builds up for kids. I love meeting kids at these shows that come up, and a lot of you kids have been, you know, pushed around or bullied or whatever at school, and I've had some kids come up and say, you know, I've been in karate for a few months, and I'm walking tall, and so I think it's great to have a mentor, to learn a discipline like that. You know, it's like the Karate Kid, you learn karate not to fight, but to not have to fight, but that you could. So it's good, I think. It's a great mental discipline as well as a physical. So the fact that our show is entertainment, it's nostalgic because it's tied to Karate Kid. It's got 80s music. It's got a lot of fun. It's got some badasses. It's got a mohawk. But you know, the core of it is mentorship. The core of it is trying to be a better role model to a kid, and for kids to find their way. I think that's why the show's connecting with all you guys. I think that's why kids are gravitating to it, and we love the fact it's bringing families around the TV, and you guys can, you know, share something. Every now and then you got to put the earmuffs on, thanks to me. I don't write that stuff. Yeah, so it's great to see. It's awesome for us to be the origins of like me, the Karate Kid, and watching how that spawned all these dojos, and now the legacy moves on, and to be a part of that, and to be on the receiving end of being taught karate as just a novice, and passing that down to you guys in a shared experience, it's just super rewarding. It's not our show, it's our show. It's your guys too. So we're super happy to do these and be here with you guys.
Something you said in that is that you have kids that are being bullied come up to you, meaning that everyone understands finally, justice for Johnny, that you were in fact not the bully in the original Karate Kid.
Yes, I was bullied in the Karate Kid.
You were bullied in the Karate
man.
Yeah. Daniel-san is the bully.
I've been telling everyone that there's only one Karate Kid, and that's Johnny Lawrence. For 30 years.
Yeah, where's Ralph Macchio today? He's not here.
Yeah, Ralph Macchio's been real silent since Cobra Kai came out.
Practicing the crane kick in the bathroom. Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Just kidding. Here he comes now.
All right, let's. I'm sure you guys have some great questions. Let's take it out to you. I think we have 2 mics out here. So if you have a question, go ahead and line up behind these microphones, and we'll just go back and forth, left and right.
All right, I got a question for Billy. I'm just curious as to how you got involved with No More Kings and their video Sweep the Leg, and did that lead to any of the conversations about Cobra Kai later?
That's a great question. Has anybody seen the music video, the Sweep the Leg music video? If you have, raise your hand. I'm just curious to see it. All right, cool. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out on YouTube. It's like 2008 or 9. No More Kings, a band, wrote this song called Sweep the Leg. And they approached me, the label approached me to be in their music video. And I heard the song and I wanted to jump on. They took me on a boat in Florida playing Sweep the Leg, Johnny. And I literally wanted to jump off in the sharks. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. The only way I'm going to do this is to let me write it and direct it. And so they said, great, do it. So I wrote it, and it was a great tribute to the original cast. Marty came back, the original Cobra Kai's came back, Ralph came back at the end. It's not me playing Johnny Lawrence, it's me playing Billy Zabka, who's kind of trapped as Johnny Lawrence. And it's really funny. It's basically a short film that's about 8 minutes long. Did that, and I was a little nervous when we pushed the button, uploaded it, you know, what's the response going to be like? But it was just amazing to see how deep the fans were of Karate Kid and Cobra Kai, and it was like, these like knitting clubs and volleyball clubs and Cobra Kai this and that out there. It was like, so it was a little bit of a lightning rod. And at that time I thought there's more to it. There's more here. And I was thinking of what could be something like that. How do we do this in like a feature film? But it was me playing me as Johnny. And then these guys came to us with the show Cobra Kai and said, hey, we got the rights from Sony and from everybody for you to play Johnny Lawrence again, you play Kreese again. Let's create Hawk and all that. So couldn't believe that, you know, that we would get the rights to do that, but we did it, so there we are. But the music video is great. Sweep the Leg, good friends of mine, Pete Mitchell, head of the band, and check it out on YouTube. It's a lot of fun.
Thanks. Thanks. Look over here.
This is a question for Jacob. How you doing, man?
What's up, bro?
This has nothing to do with Cobra Kai. I'm sorry. It's a good show, though. But I'm sorry. My friend Tino Venti, he was in a band called Tomorrow's Tessellations, and he played a few shows at the Fox Theater in Pomona, and he says that you've gone to a couple. I just want to know, like, if you remember that, or if he was any good, because I've never seen him live.
No, they're a great band. I bought one of their stickers, and I remember them. I did see them at the Fox. I got a friend that plays at the Fox a lot in Pomona. Tell your buddy he's pretty good.
Okay, appreciate it.
There we go. What if he had said no in front of all these people?
You're wrong. You are mistaken.
It'd be recorded for your friend to see on YouTube. Yeah. Hi.
I got a question for all 3 of you. How many seasons of Cobra Kai will there be?
Hold on really quick. Everybody turn around and look at these lights. Are we in the movie Close Encounters, or is... I think it's great. I knew it was there on us. So Larry, can you kick that down a little bit?
I'm not sure there's any people in here, actually.
It is so bright. My eyes are burning. What was the question?
How many seasons of Cobra Kai will there be?
9.
It's never going to end. Your grandchildren and their grandchildren will be watching it.
The contract specifically states we're doing it as long as Marty says we're doing it.
Yeah. At some point, you'll have to change the name to Karate Grandkids, but it'll be great.
Hi, I was going to ask you, other than the Karate Kid, what's your favorite 80s movie?
Oh, good question.
To beat that we were in, or to watch?
To watch.
So many.
I think mine was Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I don't know, Ferris Bueller maybe? Top Gun, I mean, come on, that was incredible. I was in the theaters at Top Gun, and then the movie's out, it's amazing. There's so many great movies in that time. It was a special time.
What did you just ask?
Jacob wasn't born until 2002, so... Oh, Back to the Future. What did you?
No, I asked Billy because I can't remember. I was like, is Adventures in Babysitting an 80s movie? Is it?
One of my favorite shows.
Yeah, I grew up watching that all the time. My mom had one of those little flip-down TVs in our car, and I would just watch that over and over and over again. So when I met Elizabeth Shue, I was like, whoa, you're so pretty.
One of my favorite deep cut 80s movies is a movie called Steel Justice that this gentleman was in. Steel Justice.
Steel Justice comes out in July, a new version on, it's beyond, I think, what is it? It's beyond DVD, beyond Blu-ray.
Oh, they remade it?
Yeah, they remade it with the new commentary and all. One of those movies that, you know, it's a lot of fun to be an action hero in the 80s.
Yeah.
And do that stuff, and one man against the world, and, you know, it was kind of, when you do Rambo and you do, you know, you kind of like, you lose it a little, then you do one of your own, and it's kind of funny, but it's hunky now, but
I
it
love
works.
it. Yeah,
You know,
I love it. It's great.
It's fun.
Yeah, thanks. We'll go back over here.
Hey, my name is Rami, and I'll make it real quick. I want to say thank you to Cobra Kai for saving me a ton of money on my beer purchases. The reason being is because when I graduated college, I got really into beers. All my friends gave me all these recommendations for all these craft beers, like these grapefruit saisons and mango IPAs and all these disgusting things I thought I should drink. And then I saw that Mr. Zapka started drinking Coors Banquets for the first season. And I said, I'm going to try that beer because it looks like he really enjoys it. And let me tell you, dude, this is the greatest beer I've ever had in my entire life. And it's so much cheaper than those disgusting...
Yeah, you always have to... they pay you to drink it.
Dude, those Bach double IPAs, I'll never have those again. So thank you so much for letting me buy a 6-pack of Coors Banquet Delicious Brew for $7.99.
Oh, dude, he was buying it for me when I was 16. It's the best. It's the best.
My only question is that, was that something you just liked to drink and so it was incorporated into the show, or was it a sponsorship, or how did that beer get incorporated into the show?
The writers had a loose agreement with them, I think, to do something with it, and they wrote it in there. It's appropriate. Actually, was one of the first beers I ever had was Coors when I was a kid. When I was 4.
I also like the fact that it is like such an...
I started drinking beer when yeah, I don't know. No, it's a fun. It's the perfect beer for Johnny Lawrence. You know, full disclosure, it is a TV show. I've actually never had a sip of Coors Banquet. So, don't tell anybody, and I'm so glad this isn't being recorded.
I like the fact that it's an 80s beer. Like, he's just still drinking the same beer that he was drinking as a teenager. Like,
Well, there's an emotional reason why he drinks it. So it's a creative choice. It's a creative choice for, you know, and if you saw season 4, there's a little bit of an explanation of why. Did you see season 4? Of course. So there's a flashback of his dad used to drink Coors Banquet. Yeah. So, you know, so it was passed down.
But nobody knows.
It's a lot of fun. I enjoy that. It's a lot of fun. And I have had a sip of a Coors Banquet, but I don't drink it on the show. I drink straight vodka.
Nobody knows. He spills out the bottle, and Tequila Gold goes right into the bottle, and then he drinks it. Everybody.
Whatever they spike in those fake beer cans, I drink it.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm a Jacob. Just kidding, kids.
All right.
Seriously.
On that note, let's go to a kid's question over here.
It's going way.
Hey,
What's
Max.
that?
My dad won the Cobra Kai, the honor of several 3 times. And I didn't like it, but now I do. I am the big friend of Hawk.
Yeah, I love it, dude.
Because I like this.
You gotta get a mohawk too, man.
Like what?
Yeah, buzz the sides, get some bleach. That's step 1.
But I want to say something. What is your favorite color in Cobra Kai?
My mohawk, or just my favorite
No,
color in general?
what is your favorite character?
Oh, character.
Why?
I will say this, in season 5, Johnny has the coolest story arc, I think.
Oh, it's season
In
5.
season 5, I think.
I do like season 5.
All you guys.
Who's your favorite character? Besides me.
That's, yeah, I mean, sitting right here. Oh man, how do you pick? That's like picking your favorite kid, which you can do, but you can't do it publicly.
Who's your favorite character, Marty?
My favorite character was always Johnny Lawrence, because he was just king of irreverence. He was, and then we met you, and then you did work. So then I met Peyton, and I loved Peyton. And then she's such a female outlaw. I loved her. So now I'm in love with Peyton, and you get better.
I'll come back to the dark side eventually.
Great. All right. Hey, how's it going? Thank you, Max.
First off, it's amazing to see any character of Cobra Kai, because I've currently been rewatching it over and over again. And my question is to all of you: what was your favorite scene and why?
Is this a trick question? What's your favorite scene? And I'm going to tell you if it's mine too.
Probably the mall scene.
It's mine.
Actually, my favorite scene is there's two of them. The fight scene when we go through the window, and my intro with you, where, I think he says, the real story's only just begun when I arrive. I love that scene, just love it. And Hawk doesn't have a favorite scene because he's still a work in progress.
My favorite scene is the Johnny Lawrence dream sequence with Carmen. My favorite scene is probably where I beat up Rush, and I'm just on top of him, and I spit on him. That was fun.
Thanks, man. Thank you. All right, we're going over here. Is this Max's sister? Yes, nice.
Hi, my name is Arlie, and the question is, how different do you think the show would have been if Mr. Miyagi was in it?
Try to keep him in it, his spirit of him in it. I always say this, Pat Morita kind of unfortunately passed before Comic-Cons became a real big thing, and he was the best. You guys, he would have loved you guys, and he would have just eaten this up, and he was so funny and so great. He was like a great, fun uncle. So I wish he was on the show. I think he would bring everything to it. It's a missing piece, but we write him into the show, and the legacy and the roots and the depths of Okinawa and his teachings. And so I think Miyagi has maybe said more per episode than any other character's name. So this show is definitely paying tribute to Miyagi. Wish he was here, wish he was a part of it. I think we all feel that way.
Absolutely. There's so few characters like in cinema history. I think it's Yoda and Mr. Miyagi that has inspired
and John Kreese.
And John Kreese, yes. Inspired a different way of life. But they're like philosophers, people really adhere to their teachings, and I've loved the way you guys have kept his spirit alive in the series. So, yeah, we'll go over here.
Okay, so first of all, hi.
Hi.
Okay, I wanted to know what is the weirdest or strangest fan encounter you've ever had?
One of them might be here today, so be careful.
I remember I was filming and a fan snuck onto set, and they just kept asking me, please take your shirt off, I want to touch your tattoo, and you're so please, and that was actually my first time meeting Marty, and it was really weird.
I still have Hawk. I always think of meeting him was like meeting a fan, because in my phone I still have him beating the
Brooks,
just beating this stick over and over and over again, and he wouldn't let them cut. He kept beating, and he went on for 12, 15 minutes, and it's still on my phone. I filmed it. I said, this is my biggest fan. I said, what do I do now? Do I check into a hospital?
What are you, Billy?
I don't know. I don't remember many. There's been some weird ones. There's a guy in my closet once, but then I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, hey, man, sorry. I don't know, you don't want to tell these things, or do people like, you know, yeah, there's definitely some strange encounters every now and then.
It was actually you right there.
No, there's, you know, just don't say hi in the restroom, that's all. Can I take a picture? Oh, no.
It's just a good rule for anyone to anyone else in life. Yeah. All right, it's a family affair. Here we go. Max's other sister. Hi.
Hi. What was your favorite memory behind the scene?
Oh, what's your favorite memory behind the scenes?
Well, we have a lot of parties after, like we do. We have birthday parties and get-togethers. After every season wraps, we have a wrap party, and that's when we're all done with filming. Everybody's all beat up. We got our bruises and everything. We have a big party at the end, and that's, I think, one of my favorite parts is just getting together and the work's behind us, and we put in a good month or 3 months, and just the friendships. We make good friends. We're all good friends. So that's what's the greatest thing about doing the show is how nice everybody is. We get along great, and it's translating on the camera. So I think that's a good memory behind the camera.
Thank you. All right, we'll go over here. We got time for a few more.
Okay, my question is for Mr. Zabka. Who would win in a real fight, you or Ralph Macchio?
Who?
Ralph Macchio.
Just kidding. That was for Ralph in case he ever watches this online. Who would win in a real fight? We'll never know because the only time they let us fight is if it's choreographed. And the last time we both did a back knuckle to the face at the same time. So we'll have to see if there's another chance after that.
Yeah, I hope so. That would be fun.
That would be dope. Yeah. I'd be down for it. He wouldn't be so excited about that.
Wait. Who do you think would win?
Donnie, all the way.
Good answer. Yeah.
He's a smart man.
Yeah, good answer.
Yeah, but I mean, in all fairness, if you had a painting contest, it would be Daniel.
Nice t-shirt, by the way. Go over here.
I have a question for all.
Just tilt it.
I have a question for all three of you. What was the hardest stunt you did?
Mine's in season 5. I have a really hard kick that took me a while to learn, but I can't say what it is because I'll probably get in trouble.
They're all difficult in different ways. We all did fights in season 5. I did one where I twisted my knee pretty good, so I had to go get a little MRI on the knee, which worked out fine. So that was it. I'll tell you about it next time, the next Comic-Con after you've seen the season, what happened and where.
Oh.
But you haven't seen it yet.
And when I went through that window in season 3, you know, it was rough. That a lot of shards and all that. But no, I was just kidding. The stuntman did that. But in Karate Kid 2, when I nailed this window and it never broke as a special effect, it was supposed to break and you go right through after the window shatters. That really hurt because the window never shattered. And I went after Miyagi and bam, I went through real glass and shards were sticking out of my hand. And it was rough. It was rough. But we passed through it, and then the next day we shot me coming out, and with a little new skin on there, and it was the hand of the Terminator all over.
Wait, you can punch the window out of a car?
Yeah, right through. Yeah.
You're so strong.
All right, we're gonna take.
He's supposed to be that strong.
We're gonna take 2 more over here and 2 more over here, and then we gotta wrap up. So we'll go. Yeah, right here.
Hi, my name is Wyatt. My question is for all 3 of you. How was it filming Neon Valley?
My feet hurt. Lots of standing.
Neon Valley in season 4 took us 10 days, 2 weeks to shoot, which was super ambitious for the amount of martial arts that was going on in there. It was a really stunt school. I mean, they were filming 1 fight and they were training 5 others, and then you'd be on camera. We all got calls at like 5 in the morning. We would be done to sometimes 8 at night. You were called, you had to be ready, you had to be stretched. I thankfully wasn't fighting, these guys were. Ralph and I got our fight off halfway through the season, but these guys had to do it. And then, you know, when they call you, I mean, you sit around from 5 o'clock in the morning until 2 in the afternoon when they need you on camera for 3 seconds to react to something that's not happening. So it's a lot of hard work. We put a lot of hours, but it was fun. It was exciting. The fighting was amazing. The progression of our young cast carrying the karate torch is insane, and you know, it's a lot of fun. It was great. Good energy. It was really ambitious. We should have taken a month to shoot all that, but you know, it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, I'm very proud of those 2 episodes because everyone did a ton of work for all that.
Yeah, you were brilliant. You fighting with Robbie was just wonderful. And the problem was that the director didn't have a lot of time to work with the stunt coordinator, so he couldn't see what was really going to go on. So he had to see it on the set. So in other words, the initial presentation of what you saw in season 4, he just saw it on the set and liked it or didn't like it and perfected it and had questions, and then we'd shoot it. So he never got a chance to work with the stunt coordinators prior to being on the set, which is always a problem for a director. You know, you're supposed to have separate time to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're gonna go over here, and then we'll go back over there, and then we'll wrap up.
Hi, I'm Maddie.
I'm Cassie.
And we have a question for all 3 of you. Aside from the characters that you play,
In Cobra Kai, which Cobra Kai characters would you like to play?
It's a great question. You guys presented that like you were on Shark Tank when you should have sang or something.
It was real tag team.
Yeah, it was very well rehearsed. What characters would you like to play? Hold on a second. I'd like to play LaRusso for a day. I wouldn't mind having it all.
Just for a day.
I'd want to play Amanda LaRusso so I get to cuddle with Ralph at night.
So we'd be working together.
I would probably want to play. I just feel like Kreese would be so much fun to play.
Oh, thank you.
No, you'll never return from that dungeon.
But once you're Kreese, you're in forever.
Well, season 5 is going to be very exciting. September 9th, and you'll see all the wonderful surprises that we have set up, which we're not really allowed to talk about, but they're wonderful surprises. Who would I like to play? There's something marvelous about Peyton. There's something marvelous about Tori.
I know, you love Peyton.
It's just, you know, she has such a similar background to Kreese parentally, and I've always identified with that, and it's always, female warriors have always turned on John Kreese, and I love to see female samurai. You know, even Marty Koch would like to see female samurai. So it's always very exciting to see, you know, women who have that kind of gravitas in the show, and yet are very attractive.
So you say you want to play Tori?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean at heart, you know. I don't have any dresses.
All right, sir. Last question. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Take it away. Take us out.
Hi, my name is Jonah, and my question was for Jacob that have you and Miguel hanged out as much as on-set and off-set?
I think we probably hang out more offset than we do on-set. We got a podcast together, Low Lobos, check it out. But not if you're young, because it's a little adultish. I don't know how to about that. No, yeah, he's one of my best friends. He's out filming Blue Beetle right now. So you guys gotta check that out when it comes out. It's awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, no, he's super cool. I'm also super tight with Gianni, who's a total weenie because he didn't come today. I don't know how do you sign weenie?
What's karate? Nice. That's
I'm gonna do this all the time.
All right. I feel bad. I hate to break anyone's heart. He's gone. Come back. You seem super bummed. I'm gonna let you have the last question.
You did seem so sad.
It seems so sad, and I don't want to break anyone's
heart. All right, bro. This better be the best question ever.
I actually have a question
question for Jacob.
Right, so it is a good question.
I was wondering, since Miguel is now Blue Beetle, if you were to play a character in Marvel or DC, who would you play?
Oh. I want to play Blue Beetle's villain. I don't know who it would be, but I'd like to punch Shola in the face.
I think his villain is the evil weenie. I think that's what his name is. Wait, what's evil?
That evil weenie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of Fan Expo, huge Texas.